everyone. आपका स्वागत है इस वीडियो में। After a very long time, I'm coming live. Finally got this time only to come back. Tried to make video for a long time, but not able to. Not getting time, or it going on. And after a lot of time discussion, trying to make videos, today finally I came here. I was starting something. Okay, so today we will be talking about stock. For any manufacturing concern, stock will be the means maximum uh, value will be in stock. There is a manufacturing its own stock or third party stock, but most of the value of the organization will be in stock. It's night 1 o'clock. It's night 2:30. Anyhow, today I thought of anyhow or the other way to record at least one video, so that let's begin with stock. It's a very small word, stock, but has a very wide impact on any organization. From the time it is coming from uh, what is a supplier to the time it is converted into finished goods and it is sent to the customer. When normally accounts department will have to make payment for the stock received. Uh, until they make payment, the vendor will not release. But here, the responsibility of different people will change based on which a lot of things will happen. Today, I will go totally free flow. I just want to start the conversation so that this coming live should continue and also help others. So for stock, normally what happens when we purchase stock, I'm talking about basically a manufacturing company, maybe mid-size company, mid to big-size company, small-size company. I'm not talking about because they may not require too much internal control. So when we talk about purchasing stock, we will be purchasing from a vendor. For example, let us take iron and steel. We buy from them. We buy it. After buying it, if we have our manufacturing facility, fine. If it is not having, we are using some third parties manufacturing facility, then the material need to go there. So now first step is here is material needs to move. While moving the material, what will documentation need to be done? That is quite important. First of all, while purchasing the material, the company need to discuss with the vendor what is the cost, what was the transportation, and what is the quality. This is the place where a lot of the people gets cheated. Simply, they can ask, that, "I need this material and this much quantity." And quality is the place where the people who having better knowledge can take advantage. Even the vendor can sell the third class quality at the price of first class material. So a person should be in a position to understand whether the material is a first class or third class, or for whatever class he is making payment is for that class. Otherwise, the supplier will easily can cheat. Can cheat, I can say that can take benefit of his knowledge. And once he understands, the opposite person will understand, then further the buyer will become vulnerable. So it is very important that the buyer should be well aware, well informed about the product and the quality of the material he want to take. While taking the material, most of the time the vendor will provide the transportation, and he will also take this material itself. He will put the cost for the transportation also. Once the material moves from the vendor place, it needs to be moved by having a few documents. Those documents are, first of all, tax invoice should be there. If by any means For example, payment is not made or something like that, a tax invoice is not generated, then in that case, at least delivery challan has to be there. Then, while the carrier is moving from this place, from vendor place to destination place, then they must have a lorry receipt. In the lorry they're sending, the confirmation should be given from the lorry person. And at the time of loading, uh, the person who is buying, the representative, the representative must be there so that the quantity cannot be tampered with. Then once the vehicle goes to the location where it has to go, uh, get in gate pass will be there that need to be generated. These all documents are very important uh, because otherwise stock may slip somewhere. While starting from the vendor place, EV bill will be a must if the price of the material is higher than 50,000. Then once EV bill is generated, it is better to generate EV bill and send the material. Otherwise, you may face a lot of problems from the department. So it is always better to generate EV bill and send uh, through the mode through which the goods are being transported. So once EV bill is generated, LR copy is available. LR copy means lorry receipt is available. Then invoice or delivery challan is available. The material is good to go. And again, while sending the material, vendor may take a out pass. Out pass. They may register. They may register in the register mentioning that these goods have gone out with this material. Then once we receive, their goods has to be received and in register need to be maintained so that whatever things are coming in, people should know, and what is left from the vendor place has to come to the customer place. For that, mostly payment is done. What is payment? Payment is like when the material comes with a truck with a carrier, the entire carrier is being weighed. Then once unloading is done, while going back, the carrier is again taken weight. So now we know when the carrier came, what was the weight, and what will carrier going out, what will be the weight. So accordingly, weighing slip will be generated. That will be very important. Otherwise, it will be very difficult to justify what was the weight. Sometimes what happens is when material moves based on average weight, they'll put the weight in the invoice. But later on, when payment is done, there will be difference. Definitely, there will be difference. But how much difference? That will depend. It should not be too much. If it is too much, someone has uh, handled the stock, what is coming up. So these things need to be very much taken care at the time of movement of stock. So once it reaches the destination point, there one of the company party, should uh, make a record that this much of material has been received, or else he can just put a acknowledgement on the invoice or uh, delivery challan, whichever it is. That is a proof that the receiving party has received the receiving party has received the challan. Just a minute. So once the stock has come, stock need to be maintained at some place. If place is ours, then need to be segregated properly so that identification can be done for the stock. As the stock is very costly, it need to be monitored on a regular basis, and each stock need to be maintained with the stock register, so that whenever material is going for production, uh, that amount of material should be noted in that stock register. And once the manufacturing is done, uh, and once the manufacturing is done, Again, we need to understand the uh, bill of material also, so that we can identify what was the scrap generated and why uh, why that's whether that scrap is saleable or not saleable, and what is the weight or length or whatever it is of the finished goods. So need to considering input, processing, output. Then at that time we need to have some document for the conversion of material into finished goods. Once we get that material, then once we get that material, then we need to put the material in the same composition to manufacture the finished goods. Once the finished goods are manufactured, it has to go for testing, whether it satisfy all the testing norms or not. Once testing is done and it is accepted, then uh, the only invoice request for invoice can be given. I think it's getting too late. I wanted to start with something. I started, uh, but we'll meet again. We'll talk on the stock also, and a lot of other things. I would like to close now. Feeling a bit sleepy. Already it is 2:40 a.m. So I'll just go sleep. Tomorrow we have quite important meetings, so I need to take sleep. Thank you.